Parce que je me souviens plus et j'ai vu que c'était une partie d'un verset du Saint-Coran.
Could Hazur remind us of the story in the lifetime of the promised Messiah which had to do with Alaisallah bikafin abda? Which Sister Salima said she's seen is very important.
Haven't I spoken repeatedly of this?
I think so.
Huh? I have. So do you think it's worthwhile to repeat all this again? Has this been discussed in this class or not before?
Not in this class before.
All right, then if it's not discussed in this class, then of course I should repeat it here. Everybody doesn't have recourse to every class, so those who listen to this class, they would also be apprised of the facts. You know, the night before the father of Hazrat Masih Maud was destined to pass away, he received his revelation in the words of the Quran, وَالسَّمَاءِ وَالطَّارِقِ وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا الطَّارِقُ. We will bring to witness the heavens and that which will appear after dark at night, which comes during night. Now, immediately, because his father was ill, Hazrat Masih Maud interpreted it as a prophecy of the death of his father. For a passing moment, he was completely shaken because he depended entirely upon his father's kindness for his living. He had never taken interest in his personal properties and estates, etc. And everybody was governed by his brothers and others. So food was sent to him because of his father's paternal love, and suddenly he thought, what would happen to me after the death of my father? At that moment, he heard a glorious revelation. It was glorious and majestic and awe-inspiring. He said, Alaisallah bikafin abda? Isn't God sufficient for his servant? You think you depend upon your father? All your life you have been depending upon us. And this is the first signet ring carrying these words, Alaisallah bikafin abdahu, which Masih Maud got prepared for him immediately after this, so that he would wear this ring all his life in his right hand fingers. I think it was the little finger, but maybe it was the middle finger, but I don't remember exactly. But it was always worn in his right hand. And it was a message. Of course he remembered the message, but whenever he looked at it, it reassured him that God is sufficient for his servant. All his life he wore this ring, and after his demise, his personal property, rings, etc., were distributed by drawing of lots. So it had to go to his one of his sons. But it so happened that the Lord drew in favor of my late father, Hazrat Mirza Mahmud Ahmad, who also happened to be the eldest son. And nobody understood the philosophy of this at that time. But when Hazrat Mirza Mahmud Ahmad became the second Caliph, then in his will it was made clear that it was not accidental, it was ordained. He said, I bequeath this property, this ring, to the next Caliph, not to my son. And from him it would forever pass on to the next caliph and next caliph. So that is why it was handed over after his demise to Hazrat Mirza Nasir Ahmed, my eldest brother, but it was not because of his being my eldest brother that he was given this ring, only in the capacity of a caliph. So that is why after his demise, this was not passed on to his eldest son, Mirza Anas Ahmed, but bypassed him altogether and came to me. So the same thing will happen after my death.